All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are breaking down breakout Packers star Karl Brooks. Brooks is going to be a huge player for this Packers defense, and we've got a great set of cut-ups to highlight Brooks' growth in the second half of the 2023 season. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us a comment with any feedback you might have, but without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with the Packers' Week 18 victory over the Chicago Bears. There's Brooks right there on your screen. He's in a wide three technique, a three technique being the outside shoulder of the guard right there. Normally we see a three technique lined up a little closer, but it's a pass rushing situation, so you can understand getting a little wider right there. And this is going to be a one-on-one opportunity for Brooks against the left guard, number 76 for the Chicago Bears. This is a great opportunity. You love one-on-ones if you're in this kind of situation. If you're going to be a star player, you got to win them. Let's check out how he does. All right, there's the snap. He gets vertical, beats him inside, sacks the quarterback. That's awesome stuff. I love how much depth he gets initially. See how he gets up the field, forces the guard to get out to him, and the guard has to extend his hands because he feels threatened by the speed of Brooks. Brooks then very smartly knocks away the left guard's hands, beats him across the face, sacks the quarterback. Again, you're going to get one-on-one opportunities because the Packers have a lot of great other defensive linemen. You look at 97, of course. You have guys on the edge like 52, 91, number 90. Lucas Van Ness is coming along as well. You're going to get one-on-one opportunities if you're Brooks, and you've got to win them. And right here, he wins it perfectly. Great rep here for number 94.
Yeah, and like when we talk about Karl Brooks, we talk about pass rush. You look at his first game of the season and his last game of the season. Both are from the Bears. You can see the tremendous difference between him in both games. This first game of the season versus the Bears, 62.7 PFF pass rush grade. Not too bad, but really not living up to his potential. Then you see the last game of the season against the Chicago Bears. Brooks totals out at 89.4 overall defensive grade, highly propped up by that 87.4 pass rush grade per PFF. He really developed a ton from the first to last game, and we can see what he's doing here in this exact video.
All right, moving on to the divisional playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers. There's Brooks right there, once again in a wide three technique. Again, get some width here. It's a passing situation. You can see the running back, Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers over there on the right side of your screen. He's going to do a funky little orbit motion here to try and confuse the defense, but it's all window dressing. It's a third and long pass rushing situation, and the Packers are aligned for that. Again, we're going to see a one-on-one opportunity here against number 65 for Brooks. You're going to see the 49ers offensive linemen, because they feel threatened mainly by 97 Clark there. They're going to slide their protection this way so that way they get a double team on Clark here. That's going to leave a one-on-one matchup right here. Let's check out how Brooks does. All right, there's the motion by McCaffrey. A lot of window dressing, running around. It's just a standard pass rush situation. You can see Brooks not quite as vertical first. You see how he moves to the inside move a little bit earlier than he did against the Bears. That allows 65 to recognize and react. But here's what I love about 94, what I love about Brooks right here. So right here, he gets covered up. The offensive lineman does a pretty good job. A lot of young defenders, they kind of slow their feet down. They kind of give up a little bit and try and go into a QB spy mode. Not Brooks. He keeps driving. He keeps running his feet, and he walks 65 back into the quarterback. You see how the quarterback, Purdy, he can't step into this throw, right? He's got bodies all around him in the pocket. This is a great situation. This is a really nice rep, because when you don't win on the initial movement right here, like Brooks doesn't, it's really hard to get pressure on the quarterback. But Brooks keeps working and gets a really nice pressure right in the quarterback's face there. Great job by number 94. Now, Purdy has probably the best throw, I think, of his career here. Off his back foot, threads the needle for a big completion. That's a backbreaker right there. But I tell you what, folks, Brooks, reps like this, even when he doesn't win outright, if he's still able to get pressure on the quarterback with this kind of effort, he's going to be a star for this Packers defense. Again, let's take a look at it from the wide copy right there. You can see Brooks. He attacks inside. He's completely blocked right there, but he keeps walking the left guard back. Keeps moving his feet, keeps driving. Here's what I love. Let's go back to the very beginning here. So he gets blocked up right there. The offensive line's got him. Watch how Brooks then drops his pads and extends his arms, right? Drops his pads, extends his arms, and walks the offensive lineman back. That's awesome technique stuff. That's how you win even after getting your initial pass rush move stopped. All right, going back to the Bears game, there is Brooks right there lined up in really what's kind of a five technique on the outside shoulder of the tackle. You can see the Green Bay Packers. They've got 4 down defensive linemen. They got 1 over there. They've got 2 over here on the left side of the defense, the right side of your screen, and they've got Quay Walker lined up right here as well. This is a common pass rushing front that a lot of teams use. Basically, the whole point of this is you got Kenny Clark inside right here. You want Clark to work across his face here. You want Brooks to work this way, and that leaves a one-on-one matchup with your pass rusher. That's Rashawn Gary on the tackle there, and of course, then you get one-on-one on the backside here. So this is the whole goal of this structure here, is to get one-on-ones with your defensive end. And offenses know this, and they plan for it. The Packers kind of throw a new twist on this. Literally, they run a stunt here. They have Clark step this way, then work across, and then they have Brooks come across and bury the center before getting vertical in his own right. It's a really complicated structure, but it works out really well. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Clark initially work left. You can see Brooks initially work left on the left side of your screen as well. You see the one-on-one matchup on the tackle right there. That's kind of normally what happens. But watch what Brooks does. He runs headlong into the center, blocking Clark, freeing him up to loop around. Does a great job right there, frees up Clark, who's able to loop around. But here's what I love about Brooks right here. He keeps fighting. The effort is awesome. In these kind of twist situations, the lead guy's job is to take out the blocker like he does here. But you can see when you do that, a lot of times you actually have a great opportunity to get pressure on the quarterback. And here Brooks gets held, he gets grabbed, he gets completely discombobulated, but he keeps fighting. He keeps working. He ends up helping make the play, helping getting the sack on Justin Fields. The ability to execute stunts and twists is critical for an interior defensive lineman, but his effort and his finish and his drive is just as important. This is an outstanding rep here by Karl Brooks.
Yeah, Nick, if we look at what Brooks has done this season, we look at the first half of the season, weeks 1 through 11, Brooks really didn't do a whole lot in terms of pass rush, as you saw what he did in this clip right here. His highest pass rushing grade, 73 overall, lowest grade, 50.5 overall grade for Brooks. You look at the second half of the season for Brooks, weeks 11 through weeks 18. His lowest grade, again, 51, but highest grade up there, 89.7. Absolutely, really just did a whole lot in the second half of the season. Was a tremendous player, was able to get some stats on the board and show how well he developed throughout the season.
All right, staying with the Bears matchup, there is Brooks right there, lined up once again in a wide 3 technique across 76. This is a third and long-ish passing situation. The Bears are trying to get in field goal range here, or maybe pick up the first down. They're going to run a screen game. They're going to have the left tackle wide set here to encourage the pass rusher to get up the field. They're going to have the left guard and the center pass protect for a second. They're going to flash and then work. Brooks right here, it is so important. The way you can blow up these screens is if you have interior defensive linemen like Brooks that can recognize and react. It's incredibly difficult to do because a lot of times in this situation, you're working your pass rush, you're trying to get to the quarterback, and then at the last second, you realize the running back leaks out. Here, Brooks does a great job recognizing and reacting and making the play. Let's check it out. There's the snap. You can see the left tackle pass set. You can see the left guard and the center work over to the left to flash, and then they work upfield. Watch Brooks' effort. He gets into the center, he recognizes this screen right there, comes off, and then lunges and makes the tackle. Great rep here. Because again, you can see the Bears are just on the outside edge of field goal range. If, let's say, Brooks doesn't make this play, if he gets caught up inside, 76 is one-on-one, 59, there's space here. Maybe the Bears convert this first down, right? Could be a different game, who knows? But right here, Brooks makes the play, no first down, long field goal attempt. Great rep here from Karl Brooks. This is a clutch play, and that's one of the things we've noticed from 94. It's his ability to step up and just make plays. All right, let's take a look at it from the wide angle right here. There he is. You can see a great look at this. He recognizes, gets his eyes up, sees it, makes a tackle. I love how he doesn't bury his chest into offensive line. You see right there how he uses his hands very good. It allows him to keep himself away from the fray, allows him to see what's going on. We saw it on a previous cut-up how it allowed him to blow an offensive lineman back into the quarterback's lap. This time it allows him to recognize the screen's coming. He fights off the block. Great effort. Makes the play. All right, going back to the divisional playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers. Here we're going to see Brooks, and there he is right there once again in a kind of wide-ish 3 technique. We're going to see Brooks in this situation be part of a stunt, an end tackle stunt with number 91 here. He's going to work inside to bring the left tackle inside. Brooks is going to take one step and then work outside. This is a really nice rep from Brooks. He gets pressure on the quarterback. Unfortunately, the Packers can't stop him, but let's check out how Brooks does on this play. It's a great sign for his future. All right, there's the snap. You can see 91 go inside. Here's what I love about Brooks, how he plays this. You see how he kind of flashes like he's threatening inside here real quick? He actually takes a step inside, like he's almost going to run to this gap here, and then he immediately redirects outside. This forces this offensive lineman, because he's got to protect his inside gap. That's his priority. You see this offensive lineman pound his feet inside to react to Brooks right there. And then when 91 comes and knocks him off his block, it opens up a clear path for Brooks, right? It's all part of teamwork. It's all part of execution. Great hit on the quarterback, right? This is an outstanding execution of an end tackle stunt right here. Brooks does a great job. He gets pressure on Purdy. Unfortunately, no one covers George Kittle. You probably should cover him. He's a pretty good football player. But if you look at it from just Brooks' perspective up front, this is a great sign for the future of the Packers. Not only can he be the blocker when it comes to these kind of stunts, he can also be the guy that stunts trying to get open, and here's a great example of him executing that at a high level.
If we look here, Nick, this latest play by Brooks against the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round of the playoffs, it shows that Brooks really is the kind of guy that can step up in a big game and absolutely do his best work in the biggest of stages. This is a playoff game, divisional round playoff game. Highest grade of the season by Brooks, 90.7. And again, his highest pass rush grade of the season as well, an 89.7, showing that he is able to perform on the highest stage. I want to see him progress throughout the season and see what he is capable of this coming year. But it looks like already, as the year went on, he really just got better the bigger the stakes of the game were.
All right, staying with the 49ers game, there, of course, is Brooks lined up in a 3-technique alignment right there. What really can separate Brooks from a lot of other young defensive linemen is his ability to win quickly. We've seen that a lot in one-on-one matchups as cut up, and this play is another example of it. This time he beats a very quality player in the left guard for the 49ers. Let's check it out. All right, works vertically. That's awesome. Then takes his right arm and rips through the inside arm of the guard and gets pressure on the quarterback. Clean win, big win. I mean, this is what separates good players from great players. This is what separates the average from the really good, is the ability to win these one-on-one matchups. And if you're a defensive lineman, if you want to be great, you got to win them quickly. And that's exactly what Brooks does here. And that's exactly what he did a lot the second half of the season. And this is such a positive indicator for the future of this young player. Now, look, the Packers here in this situation, they obviously lost this game. They couldn't cover. The 49ers, Brandon Ayuk, Kyle Shanahan, they're smart. They're really good, right? That just happens. But over the long term, if you have guys up front like Brooks who can win in situations like this, you're going to be really hard to go and play against. All right, let's take a look at it from the wide copy. There's Brooks right there. Again, you can see him rip through the inside arm of this guard right there and get a pressure, get a nice little hit, clean hit on Purdy right there. Smart, savvy play, no roughing the passer, which is obviously a call that a lot of people are looking for. But again, watch how quickly he wins this. And 9 times out of 10, right, that's not a quick throw. Most teams, they're not as smart as the 49ers. That's a sack, maybe a sack fumble. We saw him do that to Justin Fields earlier. That's going to be Brooks' 2024 season. A lot of sacks, a lot of disrupting opposing offenses. All right, we're going to end on one of my favorite plays Brooks made from his entire 2023 season. There he is. You can see him right there once again in a 3 technique. You can see the Packers are in a pass rush alignment. It's a 3rd down situation in the red zone. You can see Clark right there. You can see Gary over there. And, of course, you can see Smith right there on the right side of your screen. This is going to be another stunt here where Brooks is leading the charge. He's going to be the blocker for Clark looping around. Brooks is going to slam inside right here and then work vertically. This is just an awesome display of his physical strength and athleticism. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Brooks immediately work inside and immediately make a beeline for number 67 and just pile drives him, completely shocks him. This is awesome stuff. So he blows 67 out of the way and then immediately turns and gets vertical and walks the guard into the quarterback, right? Kenny Clark gets credit for the sack here, and he does a nice job looping around, technically keeping it tight, sacking the quarterback. That's a great rep from Clark. But it's all set up by Brooks. He blows the center up and then walks the guard back into the quarterback's lap. Let's say if Brooks just freezes right here. Let's say he just freezes. Justin Fields can probably escape right here to his right and get around here, maybe make a play. But Brooks, because he's working vertically and walks an offensive lineman into the quarterback, there's nowhere for the quarterback to go. Kenny Clark's able to make the sack. It's these plays that don't show up on the stat sheet that really make me excited about Karl Brooks. It's his ability to win one-on-ones. It's his ability to be smart and recognize and react, making plays like we saw in the screen game. But it's also his teamwork in terms of opening things up for other players. He's going to be a huge part of this Packers defense in the future. And I tell you what, Green Bay fans, you've got a special player in Karl Brooks.
Yeah, Nick, and when you talk about Brooks as a rookie, the biggest thing you can do is not to create negative plays. And Brooks did just that. He's only had 1 penalty all season, and that was in week 2. Really played clean football since then. I think this just shows Brooks really learned the game. He plays it at a high level and really playing clean football. I think this is big time for the Green Bay Packers and just shows how great of a player Brooks could possibly be for them this coming season.